Buenos dias, Zamboanga. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Maayong buntag sa ilang tanan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wal barakatuhu. Mga bisinos, Saturday tamen kita ahora y as usual ustedes tamira el programa de ustedes Cuento Política y Otro Pa. This is your host, Nung Ajihil. Y este día, bien suerte kita mga bisinos kay el diaton guest is direct coming from the United States of America. And it is my pleasure, as usual, for the second time around, to present to you the son of the late LTP chairman, Bob Tugong, who is well known to everybody. And I refer to no other than Yusuf Ashraf Joey Tugong. Joey, welcome once again to the show. And before we tackle the issues or the topic we will discuss, allow me to have you greet our televiewers.
Thank you so much, Nung, for that introduction. And of course, let me give you the opportunity not only to thank you, because this is my second time here in your popular TV show. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Peace be upon us to all my brothers and sisters, both Christians and Muslims, and to all our televiewers, not only in Zamboanga City, but as well as in Basilan. And I understand this is also being aired in other provinces. So, buenos dias con ustedes todo. Mayong buntag sa inyong tanan. And hopefully, this will be a productive discussion, no? And hopefully, if there are certain, any questions for that matter, as you said earlier, they can text, they can call, and we're willing to respond to any questions that you might have.
Thank you, thank you. I know you are game, you know.
Yes, of course.
You are not new to this business, you know. You yourself having learned the rudiments of politics from a great father who is well loved by everybody, known not only in Zamboanga City, but perhaps even throughout the country and even the world.
Right.
The late LTP chairman, Honorable Ulbert Ulama Tugong. And in you we can see, you know, we can see a carbon copy of what Chairman Bob Tugong used to be. And now, live and seen by all our televiewers here in Zamboanga City is your person, Joey Tugong. Okay, like I said, Joey, this is your second time around.
Yes. The last time.
El primera vez, yan guest to aquí na Demio show, right. If I recall, was last year, no?
Yeah, it was
November.
November
of last year.
Yeah, November of last year. I think that was November 25. That was the 25th death anniversary of my late father. And
right.
Thank you for the generous words that you said that I'm a carbon copy of my
course,
late father. And if that's the case, therefore I'm handsome.
Of course, certainly.
Todo tabla sila si Bob Tugong.
I think our televiewers will agree with that.
And you know, my father actually mentored and tutored me the rudiments of politics, history, you know, interpersonal relationships, all the aspects in public life.
Right.
That's why this is not something new to me.
Of course,
I'm very comfortable in this kind of environment. No.
And you know, I cannot help but share the pride, you being a native son of Basilan, of Zamboanga, of Tawi-Tawi, because your late dad was a Tawi-Tawian by birth. You know?
Right.
And of course became a public official, first as a city councilor in Basilan.
Yes.
Then later on as executive director of the Office of the Regional Commissioner during the time of the late Admiral Espaldon,
yes.
who was then regional commissioner,
yes.
and later on became an elected assemblyman,
yes.
representing Basilans, and then rose to the ranks, the highest office then of the Regional Autonomous Government or the Lupong Tagapagpaganap ng Puok, Region 9.
Yes, totally. You had a perfect presentation of the progression of my late father's services in the realm of politics. The progression will show in itself that my father is one of those who form part of, the idea of autonomy.
Right.
Because as you said, the concept of autonomy, actually the forerunner to the autonomy was the office of the regional commissioner.
Right.
Where
It
he was
started
the,
from there.
Yes, where he was the
Executive director.
before the executive director, he was the interior local government, something with
Oh,
local
yes,
government.
yes, yes,
And
right,
then he
right.
became the executive director, which was the second highest position at the ORC, and then later we have the LTP,
LTP.
and then after that we already have the ARM.
The army.
And now, again, we will have the Bangsamoro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So in
you
other words,
you
there are-
mentioned it. Yeah.
it went through 4 phases.
Well, credit should go then to leaders. One among them was your late father.
Right.
Of course, there were other regional assemblyman members of the Sangguniang Pampuok. In fairness to them, we give credit,
Yes.
Names like Nur Hussein
Hussein
Otutalong,
Alcaluang,
Alcaluang, Ladjapili
Otoerani,
Otoerani.
Albando.
The governor of Del Sur now, Governor Ceriles,
Ceriles,
was
yes.
a member of the LTP.
yes, and also
So
Jerry
we
Salapudin.
give credit to them. And
Yeah,
Jerry
Salapudin,
Salapudin,
yes.
who also became governor of Basilan.
Yeah, Governor Basilan and also a member of the Sangguniang Pampuok, and I think was
Right.
also a member of the LTP.
Yes.
Yes, and so that's why, as you said earlier, I want to backtrack.
Of course, of course, please.
That you said that I'm not, my late father, or me for that matter, is not only from Zamboanga or Basilan and Tawi-Tawi. This will show, if to mention my mother, former Congresswoman de Basilan,
Basilan, si.
yes, that we are, iyo, como I inherited, both, the Christians and the Muslims.
Si Ablakita, tu, como mistizo.
Mestizo.
na medyo.
Right. It's a, a hodgepodge, a conglomeration
Sí, sí.
of, Christian, Muslim, and different tribes, Samata, Usu,
Right.
Yakan, as well as
Yakan.
Chabacano. And that is precisely why, I keep on telling them that, modesty aside, probably in the future, because my plan is to serve our constituents, that just like my late father, I could be a unifying force.
I have no doubt
Yes.
you can do it,
Yes.
given the chance and the opportunity.
Yes, unifying force, because that is what we need. A unity, a unifying force where your public servant can serve both, Christian and the Muslim, and not only the service, but understanding their idiosyncrasies, their ideas, their thoughts, their philosophy, etc. That is what we need nowadays. Not being, if you're a Muslim and then you only cater to the Muslims, or the Christians only catering to the Christians, and that is not a good formula, no.
Right.
So hopefully, that will give me that opportunity.
Well, inshallah, I think modesty aside, tamira kita, no? El leadership, ya dale ejemplo dito yung late father,
Right.
the Honorable Fulbert Ulama Tugong, was something, that really allow so many young leaders then at the time to learn, leadership qualities.
Right.
Oh, and certainly in you, I can see it right now, although you are in the United States of America, but the things that you have been doing, I know for a fact because I am quite very familiar with your activities, being the president of the Basilan Word Association.
Yes.
So perhaps we can, we can talk something about it para yung mga bibientes di aton sabi, kosa si Joey Tugong tasen na Amerika, por causa ng mga bibientes na Basilan.
Right.
So, we are proud of you. I am quite honest enough to say that because I have been watching your activities and I know, the recent meeting you had or the recent assembly where you gathered Basileños
Right.
in Las Vegas, no less.
Right.
So that was something. So maybe you can perhaps habla ko ng mga bibientes di aton tamira
Si.
itawi ka naton aura sa mga aktibidades del de Basilan Word Association iko sa el plano del dituyo asosasyon para Buen del Basilan.
Yes. It's like this, no, para hindi kita po ko confuse the
Okay,
mga
simply.
television viewers. I'm wearing actually 2 hats. Okay, dos sombrero yung usa.
Si.
One as the president and chairman of the Fulbert Ulama Tugong Peace and Development Foundation,
Yeah, that's
Incorporated. And in that regard, our foundation, we have projects especially in the area of education. This is part of my personal commitment, or the family's commitment, to continue the legacy of my late father, si Bob Tugong. It's not that because our family is idolizing Bob Tugong, but hearing it from his friends, from people in Region 9, and even from Mindanao, how great a leader he was. Okay, so we want him to serve as a model, as an exemplar. And in that regard, I came over to Basilan, i-anunsya we launched the Bob Tugong Academic Excellence Award, which will be given automatically to the valedictorian of the high school, public high school. And we have identified 16 public high schools in Isabela City, Lamitan City, as well as the municipalities of Lantawan and Malusu. Okay, and not only that, going beyond that, we have also jumpstart again. Okay, Asia taming kami man revive Modest Award, which we started way back in 1986, Most Outstanding District Elementary School Teacher.
Para ng mga maestra.
Para ng mga maestra under the name of Bob Tugong. Why? Because si Bob Tugong, sabi to, is at the forefront of education. It is his belief that Region 9 or Mindanao in that area will only prosper. There will be peace and development if we educate our people. Okay? Amos si Bob Tugong, anywhere he goes, he talks about education, because he knows the key to unlock ignorance is through education. And he's in a position to do that because he used to be a teacher.
A teacher, yes.
And I understand he was a professor at the Philippine Muslim College, and at that time, accordingly, Nur Miswari was also a teacher at that time.
And talking about teacher and teaching, of course, I was in high school then, I graduated my high school at the Notre Dame of Bungao.
Okay.
And of course, I was born in Simunur, Tawi-Tawi.
Yes.
So each week I would go home to my place in Simunur where I was born, and there was a South Chi Academy then at the time. And the late chairman was one of the professors at South Chi Academy. So I can confirm that.
Okay, so that's a
that was a teacher.
That's a new information that you provided to me, because on top of his teaching, what's this experience in Holo, he also became a teacher at the Claret College of Isabela. Yes, teaching political science as well as history. And my mother was also a teacher at the Claret College of Isabela as well as in St. Peter's.
Former Congresswoman Elnorita Tugong.
Elnorita Tugong, including of course my late grandfather, Mako,
yes.
Pangalampas
Panglima.
Panglima. He's a principal.
Correct.
Okay? So that's why we focus in the area of education. And so that is my hat, El Sombrero Tausayo, in the area of the Bob Tugong Foundation.
Bueno katese, maskin talito na Amerika ahora, no ito urbida, tiene siempre, totally siempre dito corazón, volve otra vez, y ayuda making cosa puede hacer para como aura, no? At ayuda ng mga teachers, dadali scholarship ng mga deserving students. This is something. This is something.
It's like this, wherever we are, especially si Tasalikitan de Aton na probinsya o na siyudad de Aton, we should always be proud of our origins,
heritage,
our heritage. We should have that because we have our distinct identity. Okay, so amo este mas kintalya kita na Amerika, kami mga Basileños, our heart, our passion, I always use that word, our passion and compassion is always for the people of Basilan. So that's why we have that other hat that I'm telling you, of which I am the president since 2007, the De Basilan World Association and its foundation arm, the De Basilan World Foundation.
You know what? It's not easy to organize such a group in the United States of America.
Exactly.
And you have done it.
Yes. Because in the past, before I came into the picture and with other Basileños in United States, el mga Basileños no hay connection. There was no connection.
Como loose,
very loose, very sparse. But we knew that manada Basileños namin na America. And not only that, in fact, they were with the Zamboanga Hermosa. So I came in, and with a group of 3 or 4 Basileños, we decided to form the Basilan World Association. And in the midst of that, up to the present, yatsyene kami 3 major world reunion, where we had attendees from the different states of the nation, United States, as well as in Canada, the Middle East, Australia, and in Asia. So we are more than 500 strong. Now, but we don't want to confine ourselves in just a mere social organization. We should give back something to our place. If not because of our place, hindi por causa de ato mga maestro, maestra, where we graduated, then we are not what we are relatively successful. So por eso, binida ninyo aura aquí na Basilan, we are going to launch next year medical mission. This is not
Isabela.
Isabela. That is around September of next year.
So you will be bringing medical people like doctors, nurses, you know.
Nurses, of course, but doctors, based on my meeting with the doctors in Basilan, headed by Dr. Gaudiel, who is the president of the Basilan Medical Society, we would prefer to use the local.
Local,
Local,
okay.
including Zamboanga. I spoke with the head of the Chutsi Foundation, Dr. Anton Lim.
Si Anton.
Yes, we had a good conversation that will be part of our networking. But nurses, of course, there are a lot of volunteers from Middle East and even America.
Yeah.
Now, this is not a simple medical mission because we are going to also cater to surgical matters like
yes.
cataract,
Yeah.
hernia, air lip, etc. Okay? Now, so that is where we are coming from. But not only in the area of the medical services, but as well as in the area of education. We are going to tie up with the Department of Education, Eskwela Out of Youth. Okay? And as well as the Adapt a School program. And with the Basilan National Red Cross, they also have, we are going to donate a blood bank refrigerator because surprisingly, na Basilan may kita blood bank. So, si Chene kita mga insidente where they need blood, they have to run to Zamboanga to get blood. When in fact, in Basilan, there are a lot of blood donors. Okay? And also the women. Empowerment of women is very important. Okay, because they build generations of young people to become a vital component of society. So we are going to donate rice because they have a program, Rice for Peace, and not only that, including pots and pans because they went through a recent training, the Philippine Coconut Authority, where you can convert coconut into sugar.
Wow.
Okay, that is organic, that is something that is helpful. And not only that, they requested us to provide them computers so that they will become literate. So these are just one among the many
activities
that we can have. And you mentioned as the scholarship, and I just met also with the director of Claret College of Isabela, Father Salandron, and he came up with a list of prospective scholars. And finally, I also met Father Calvo, and he's a peace advocate.
Oh, yes, yes.
And he referred me to their office in Basilan, very active, Nagdilaang Foundation.
Right.
I met the head, Dedet Suasito, and he gave me a wide array of projects that we can come in and help them. And I'm looking again in the area of education because it is only through education that we can build a good generation where we can establish peace and order in Basilan, perhaps.
Oh, great. This is tremendous. This is tremendous undertaking on your part.
Yes.
And I have no doubt. With your willingness, to really help to do something for Basilan and the people of Basilan, and even perhaps Zamboanga, because we are just neighbors with Basilan, and with your strong group in the United States. You said there are about 500.
More than
people.
500.
More than, and these are all professionals.
Yes.
These are all professionals
all of them are-
working,
yes.
gainfully employed in the United States.
Yes, yes.
So I think you can really do something, so many things for the good of Basilan, Joey.
Yes.
Like in the medical field, and America is probably the most modern country in the world as far as medical facilities is concerned. So I know you can really tap on many resources, many donors, and probably you can bring them in and help donate more medical equipments to hospitals and health needs of the people of Basilan.
Yes, this will be a continuing project. This is not just a one-shot deal.
Right.
where asikitaste next year, and then after that, hindi na kita ase. The plan is this will be a continuing assistances every year as much as possible. We will be relentless in asking donations in United States. There are a lot of donors and benefactors in United States. Now, the reason why we are involved in this, because as I've said, other than giving back to Basilan what it is given to us, you know, but B, it is because government alone cannot do it.
Right.
Okay, we need a third party. That's why we have the non-governmental organization, the NGOs. And third, we have seen, you know, the lives of our people in Basilan, where they are unhappy, they felt demoralized, their morale is down. And at least this will, our presence, our assistances will help boost the morale of our people in Basilan. Something that will give them hope that masking galit-galit sila ng Amerika, and yet, takipagali sila, takorda pagali sila kanaton. Oo. Now, but most important, other than what we are doing, iyo tamen, in my own humble capacity, I will not be permanent in the United States. No.
Well, of course, you know, I know that for a fact because despite staying in the United States of America for many, many years, still you have your Philippine citizenship.
Yes.
You have never relinquished it.
Never, I will never abandon my Filipino citizenship because of my loyalty to our country, and more so my loyalty to the province of Basilan.
So that leads to something else.
Yes,
Hopefully,
they can read in between the lines. But, you know, to tell you honestly, once my children are done in the United States, you know, I cannot escape from reality. The continuing the legacy of my late father. My heart is for the people of Basilan, and I always consider Basilan as my home. So I will come home probably the next 3, 4, or 5 years and stay here permanently because I can do better when I am physically present here. We cannot do things outside of Basilan to remote control. Okay? So bueno that physically tayo present, I can live with them, listen to them, and serve the people in any other capacity. Okay, if they might think it's entering a politica, that's not where I am looking at myself. We can be of service to people in any other capacity for that matter.
Yeah, but you know, talking about politics, like in your case, no, hindi man kita bla kay tanbugal o kosa, pero como tú, no, el di tuyo late tata, conocido. Buen leader, acceptable to both Muslims, to both Christians, and have been, you know, associating with all kinds of people. And then here comes a son like you, you know, although in the United States, pero el corazón taki pa siempre na vivientes di aton, tadi na Basilan, y los demás, siguro tamen, hindi tamen abla kita pwede contigo man criticize mga gente, si en caso. We can never tell. In the future, i-birato otra vez, i-entra to na politika, certainly, why not?
Yes.
Certainly, why not?
Yeah, of course. I'm not closing my doors.
Yes,
Manada ko ta pregunta, Sir, Joey, kwando ba to, entra ba to na politika? Pabor, entra na politika. I told them, categorically, as of this time, no. But my doors is still always open. And it depends kung ustedes. If you want me to be be a public servant, who am I to say no to our constituent? To the clamor of the people.
The clamor is there.
Yeah, if the clamor is there, si quiero ustedes sirve con ustedes impunamente, then I will not refuse, okay, your clamor. Because we will be in a better position to help our people if we are in the position. Okay, rather than being a private citizen, you know, I cannot do much to help you. Now, but I am challenged, always challenged, because you know what, no, every day in the United States, I always pray for the people of Basilan, and including our region as well. I know what is happening here in this region. My political antenna, as you call it, is always up. Every day, I always call our friends. So I know the issues of the day. I know what is happening. Okay, and I have my own thoughts, and I'm always challenged with what is happening. Because what is happening in our region 9, in our region, including Zamboanga, because you cannot go to Basilan if you don't pass by Zamboanga. Okay, the gateway, the gateway to Basilan, Holo, and Tawi-Tawi, you have to pass by Zamboanga.
Unless you have your own private plane, fly from Manila, go land direct in anywhere in Basilan.
Right. So, you know, I am not happy where we are right now. I left 11 years ago, and instead of seeing progress in the city of Zamboanga and in Basilan, mira yung mas malo man kita takeda going down, okay? Instead of progressing, we are retrogressing.
Which is something sad.
Yes.
Which is something sad.
Yeah.
Not just for you, for me, but for everyone else.
Yeah, right. Diyan na mismo lang na airport. When you arrive at the airport and you see the dilapidated airport, yan makahuya.
And the baggage conveyor not working.
Not working.
You know,
right.
you know what an embarrassment.
Very embarrassing to our visitors.
Making Pilipino igual contigo, liga kita.
See.
How much more for foreigners?
Yes.
You know, we have been traveling all over the world, and we have seen
Right.
how modern airports are in
Right.
the United States,
Right.
in Asia, in the Middle East. Yeah.
Right.
So,
I'm gonna say, so somehow I'm being challenged, okay, by our public servants. This is addressed to all our elected political leaders. What are you doing? Mas ustedes taas eh. We are not blind, especially kami, and then Kedaaki, sale kami, we are outside of the box, and we can crystal clear see what is happening in Zamboanga and in Basilan. It is going backwards instead of moving forward.
and peace and order, especially.
The peace and order is grabe.
So bad.
So bad,
Yeah.
killings left and right, and all of them are unsolved. And I understand there are also politically motivated killings, you know, all of this. So how could we convince foreigners? How could we convince balikbayans or those migrants to retire here in Zamboanga or in Basilan if this is the situation that we have? Politically, economically, and even culturally, the situation is not really good.
Yeah.
So it is about time for us to, to have that introspection. And we need a change
Right.
in the leadership. And if we are not happy with them, then we have the right of suffrage. And I understand, the election of 2013,
See.
and that is the only way that we can peacefully, change if we don't agree. We are not satisfied with the performance of our public elected leaders. I've heard a lot about our public elected leaders. This is public knowledge.
Yes, of course.
They are
You
incompetent.
know what you're saying is nothing but the truth.
Yes, nothing but the truth. Yes, they
public
are
knowledge.
right.
Yes.
They are
We just have to acknowledge it, that this is public knowledge. Everybody
Yes.
knows
Yes.
how bad situation is in Zamboanga, in
Basilan. Yes, we know they are so incompetent and they are corrupt and pwede abla, mga ladron. And we know there are millions and millions of pesos. They don't trickle it down to our constituents instead of concrete projects or any other services.
And how can one like you, living in the United States, still having your citizenship as a Filipino,
Right.
be proud of your own country and of your own place or
Right.
of your own people with situations like this?
Yes. I'm going to other the incompetency, the graft and corruption that we have,
See.
and all decisions are always politically motivated,
See.
and all accommodations politically motivated, and not only that, absentee local officials. I go to Basilan, I don't see the governor, I don't see the mayor,
See.
and they're always out of Basilan. You have to be with your people.
Right.
And to me also, I am surprised that our political leaders cannot even express themselves.
Yeah.
Nung sabi ni Abla, what are their thoughts?
Yes.
You have to be a visionary. You are the spokesman of your people. You are the ambassador of goodwill of your
Right.
people. Now when you attend seminars in Manila, Luzon, or wherever it is, if you cannot express yourself, it will reflect your constituents.
Certainly.
Abla ka mga gente, naigat ka mo otro lideres. Yan, sinagat klase mga gente.
Is that the best that you have?
Yes, is that the best of that you have? You are exactly right.
Yes.
Oo. What is, pareso galit abla ka naman, porque manesensina ta sociedad. There are a lot of bright minds in Zamboanga and Basilan,
Oh, yes.
and we have leaders like that.
We have
It's
so
very
many,
embarrassing,
we
very
have so
humiliating.
many great talents around,
Yes.
but it is sad they are not given the opportunity.
Right. Now,
The opportunity always goes to people who control and wield power.
yes.
That is the very sad thing about the situation here in
eh,
this part of the country.
Yes, and it's all about money politics.
Right.
We know that. And that's why I always educate, my friends, whoever I meet, and even in my pulong-pulong, my interaction with our constituents, I always tell them, you know, it's very obvious, plain and simple. Our candidates, our leaders, every time there's election, they buy your votes,
Yeah.
okay? They give you all these goodies, saco de arroz, field health insurance, and then you do
Todo
this.
mga
Yung mga kamons. Oo. So, at the end of the day, and when they're elected, you cannot see them, and they're going, as of course, return of investment, what they have invested in you. If they spend 20 million, they will get it 3 times all. Oo. So, nisisita kita, no makita bende di aton boto.
Si.
Let us not complain if our leaders are corrupt, if
Si.
they're incompetent,
Yeah.
because you are part of that.
Correct.
Yan daw ustedes bende, el de ustedes.
Sabi ito alegre, okay, ta-mention na to,
Si.
And you know, perhaps, those who are watching us, ustedes taui, ko sa tabla si Joey, iyo tan agregat yung ko sa sutata. So, you know, is there no other better choice for the people? Certainly there are.
Yeah, there are a lot of bright minds in
So all
Zamboanga. Anywhere
what
you
they
go.
have to do is just use their right mind.
Right.
Sa sila bonamente,
Si.
squeeze sila mga buen leader, kung ken pwede sila dali nila kumpiyansa,
Right.
sirbi kung honesto kanila.
Right.
And here comes 2013 election. This is the right time. This is the opportunity for you people of Zamboanga, Basilan, and other parts of region 9.
Yes, yeah, I totally agree with you, Nung, because let's stop complaining.
Right.
Because we are part of the problem. Because
Si.
we were the ones who elected them.
Si.
And the motivation to elect them was due to money.
There's a saying, you
Yeah.
deserve the kind of leadership.
Yeah, the kind of government that you
That
have
you have, right?
elected.
Yes.
That's why Estea el golden opportunity di aton.
Si.
If we are not going to stop this kind of practice, okay, of electing leaders that are not qualified,
That are nincompoops, that are incompetent,
Yes,
that are dishonest,
right,
etc.
Right, using their money,
Si.
okay, to be elected. That's why it's very repulsive to me.
Si.
Very immoral because, you know, they always tell me, Joey, if in the future you're going to run, you need 10 million, 5 million. What was I say? I mean, would you imagine?
Is that what election
that-
is all
yeah,
about?
yeah, why
Giving
don't you?
millions?
Yeah, right. You are not asking me what is my qualification.
So where does public service, where does that leave public service?
Right. And we need also leaders with visions.
Right.
El problema de ato mga leaders, you know, they just play lip service.
Yeah.
Platform of government when they run, etc. But when they are in the position, there's nothing that they're going to implement with the platform of government. Especially in Zamboanga, we have to have, 15 years, 20 years plan.
Plan,
A
yes.
visionary. We cannot live by the day. You know, El Zamboanga takeda jutay, El Camino takeda jutay, and left and right, yan kita
More
mga
people
buildings,
are
yes,
coming,
a lot
yeah.
of traffic. It is because there is no plan, there is no vision by our leaders. And we really have to plan, elect leaders that will plan not only for this year, for the next 15 years, na pwede sila man-project.
Si.
So that in anticipation of, you know, the population boom, the economic activity that we're going to have, at least we are prepared.
Correct.
So that's why nung I said, makaispanta, not nila makaispanta, bien makahuya.
Si.
We have been overtaken by Dipolog City, Pagadian City, Dapitan City, Davao City, Iligan, you can say all of the cities.
Right.
In the past, el bien conocido lang, Manila, Cebu,
Cebu.
and Zamboanga.
Zamboanga,
Not
yes.
even Davao.
Not even, right.
Pero
No, but
Ara,
you know, Davao now is
yes.
is so developed.
Right.
And
Para marginalize siya kita. And I met a lady friend yesterday. There were 2 of them. And they are Ateneans, and I understand they have this activity. Tiene sila this inter-tournament among Ateneans.
Si.
Coming from Manila.
Kay Aura December is
Right.
is the Ateneo Alumni Homecoming. This has been a tradition,
Right.
Every December. So
Right.
ang mga Ateneans, fellow Ateneans will
Right.
be coming home
Right.
and celebrate.
Right. And I was not surprised at all.
Si.
Because look, likas de mga de Ateneo de Manila, Estaba de Manila, and then, alighted, disembarked from the plane, and then nga pagkel mga majority of the players, ito ba ang Zamboanga?
Yeah.
Parang probinsya man
Pero
ito.
sabi to,
Oo.
some people takes pride because Zamboanga is Asia's Latin city.
Amo tamilisya, that's another thing. It does not make any sense. What
Right.
is Asian's Latin city?
I am glad to hear
Right.
that.
Do they understand what is Latin?
Right.
Do we have any connection historically with Latin?
Since when has we been influenced by Latin civilization?
Right. And
Out of this world.
it speaks of the kind of brains that we have, whoever thought this idea.
Right. Well,
Ano lang siya, it's a
hindi na kita
reflection.
black Kennel.
Well, it doesn't matter, whoever he is, that's your problem, not my problem anymore.
Right.
Okay,
Pero-
I'm just saying my thoughts. But going back to kay mga Ateneo.
Yeah, please, okay.
Yeah, Ateneo, aliga daw sila. These players, ito ba ang Zamboanga? Parang probinsya man ito. Anong klaseng airport yan? Bakit ba dito pa tayo nag-inter basketball sports?
Si.
When we should have it in Davao.
In Davao.
It is an insult to the Zamboangueño.
Right.
Ese klase ang sina. Mismo lang di atong Pilipino, mas mahal ang mga tourist sa Beneaki.
Sabi to Joey, you have been in the United States for 11 years.
Right.
Modestly, I just went there twice to visit my children because I have children there who are American citizens,
Right.
grandchildren, my sons-in-law are all American citizens. So naturally, I take occasion visiting them.
Right.
And you know what? I know you can confirm this. All over United States of America, wherever you go, even the smallest community, completo todo pasilidades tali.
Yes.
You see?
Yes, yes.
Why can we not do it here?
Yeah.
It's not a problem of
Right.
money. It's not a problem
Right.
of funding because we have more than enough money.
Right. It speaks of the kind of leadership that we have. That's why, kumigo, it does not make sense. Now, let me tell you, those mga Zamboangueños, I'm also a Zamboangueño because my mom, the Torres, the
Si,
Natividad, the Falcatan,
Si.
they're from
Right,
Zamboanga.
you're right, yes.
Does that make sense to me when we brag, our leader, taas siya hambog, kay Chenny kita more than 3 billion or more than 2 billion na
Si,
bangko.
na bangko.
What is that? Kasi kita hambog, madata kita sen na bolsa, and yet tamira kita el casa de aton Biambulok.
El Conveyor na airport,
Yes.
yes. Itang breakdown.
El camino de aton Biambulok. And this was during the time of Bitagan pa.
Si.
And since then, I
The
have not
street
seen anything at all that has been done with our roads in Zamboanga.
That's a revelation.
Yeah, well, very plain and obvious.
Right,
Okay?
right, and I agree.
Kapara si kitambok, manada kita sen.
Si.
It's just like I'm saying, look, manada yung savings na bangko, and yet I don't have a house, or if I have a house, it's dilapidated,
Si.
I have a car, al di mo vehicle, bulok,
Si.
chen yung mga anak, hindi taliba ko nila na dentista, or provide them medical services. What are we doing with the 3 billion pesos? And the question is, the interest of this 3 billion, where does it go? There is no
Well,
transparency. I really do not understand.
that's
It
the
does
big
not
question.
make sense at all to me.
I agree with that.
Right.
I certainly agree with that.
Yeah, so
Mga vivientes di aton, como tabla si Joey, no? Si Joey, uno del di aton mga iho di akida Region 9, na Basilan, i-ele, adure na Amerika, aurap, tabenele ki, every year tabenele. Siyempre, we cannot help, because every time you come, tamiraman to,
Yes.
observa to.
Yes.
Because sa to tabla, de verasan la.
right, we should not be silenced by our political leaders whose trademark is, oppressing us, putting fears into our hearts,
Correct.
coercing us.
Correct.
If
Because
we have a leader, yes,
unless we speak out, unless we say something,
Right.
unless we let them know
right,
that this is what we feel,
Right.
they might not be able to, change.
Right.
They might not be able to realize, ikaw sa sila yase,
Right.
mali tamen.
right. That's why basically we are a democratic country.
Right.
And that's what democracy means.
Si.
The right to express.
Like in America.
Right in America. And I don't understand.
Everyone is free.
Conversa kita, tarabya el mga leaders
Si.
di aton. What is that? We have to listen to our people.
Right.
Because the people knows what is best. Because sila el tali el tasupri.
Si.
It impacts their lives. So, I don't know if our leaders are blind or they are deaf, pwede sila tauwi.
Yeah.
Because nothing is being done with what is the situation that we have here.
Well, aura na gobyerno di Pinoy, tablaman kay daan matuwid kita.
Again, what?
Daan matuwid.
The rightful
O yeah, ang daan matuwid.
matuwid.
Diba? Amo
Oh.
sa battle cry del gobierno Aura
Okay.
under the presidency of Pinoy, who is our president.
Right.
I supported Pinoy.
And now,
Well, now, per my observation, hindi man takritika kita, pero tiene siyempre palta.
yes, definitely.
Tiene siyempre palta.
Definitely, this is in relation to the Bangsamoro.
Okay.
Okay, and I can talk a lot of things about my opinion about the administration of Noynoy Aquino, or you say it, Pinoy. I really do not understand why Noynoy Aquino sold us out. to me, my personal
Oh, so you
opinion.
believe?
Yeah, I believe that the
uh,
Bangsamoro Framework Agreement is a sellout.
Really, huh?
Yeah, when I say a sellout, because one, there was no proper consultation, extensive consultation in the affected areas, because Bangsamoro is not only for the Bangsamoro.
Yeah.
We also have the Christians with
Christian.
different
The
tribes,
Lumads.
Christian religion, the Lumads, and they were not properly consulted. B, they pull it right under our nose, pull the rug under our feet, by having a panel not from Mindanao.
See,
They're all from Luzon.
from Luzon.
Yes. Why will they decide the fate of this region, the Filipino, the constituents living in this area, without proper consultation? And going through that provision, it set fear in my heart, because to me this is not autonomy. It goes beyond that. To me, it's short of secession. It is federalism. If you read in detail, they will have their own local government code, they will have their own taxation code.
What is mentioned in the framework agreement is that there's going to be a basic law.
Yes, the Bangsamoro
for
Basic
the
Law.
Bangsamoro entity
Yes.
or government.
Right.
Yeah.
The Bangsamoro Basic Law, and it is my understanding, it is a constitution within a constitution.
Yes.
And that is why, to me, it is actually short of secession. And
So
I
you
will-
you are not in accord with this, with
Yeah.
what has been drafted, which will of course be submitted for final approval before the end of the year. So some people say.
Yes, definitely I am against the framework agreement.
Okay.
But I'm not against with the MLF's espousal.
Certainly you support peace. The
Certainly I support peace, but not peace through this kind of framework agreement.
Okay.
Understand the reason why it is short of secession. MILF has been espousing secession, and that's the reason why they broke away from MNLF.
Right.
MNLF, eventually, Nur Miswari was level-headed enough, to rationalize that let us not secede from the Philippines, and I agree we will have autonomy, and that's precisely why we have the arm.
And he signed the GRP MNLF 1996 peace accord.
Yes, yes. So MILF, they did not, because they want secession. So if you look at it, a framework agreement, it's actually short of secession, federalism.
Federalism.
It's like the state of Sabah, where we have a chief minister, because the kind of government that you're going to have, or we are going to have, is ministerial in form, and we have cabinet members, and we have our own legislative, and I am surprised why it is not in accord with the national sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Philippines, because not even the 96 Philippine Constitution has been mentioned in that framework agreement. It is a total disrespect to our Philippine Constitution. No.
But the panel, composing the GPH or the Philippine government and the MILF rationalizes that this Bangsamoro entity or framework agreement is not a separation from the integral political body, which is the mainstream, of course, which is the Philippine government. This only gives certain, basic powers for the Bangsamoro entity to craft its own, to decide what is best for them, like on economy, on the peace and order, of course, and other basic requirements.
Okay.
So tabla sila, hindi daw is the separation.
I
And this is in accordance with with the efforts towards resolving lasting peace in Mindanao.
What
can you say about
I totally don't agree with them.
Okay.
They should not take us as being ignorant. We are not stupido. Hindi kita stupido. Now, if you look at it, it states there that the central government will have its reserved powers, while the Bangsamoro will have its exclusive powers and concurrent powers with the central government, having its own local government code, having its own taxation code.
Basic law, yeah. What is mentioned is the basic law.
Full fiscal autonomy.
See.
Okay, and other areas in terms of audit, etc., etc. It is short of secession to me. Okay. They can splice it in any way they can. When it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it is actually a duck.
Still a duck.
Yeah. And there are 5 annexes, right? There are 5 annexes in the framework agreement. And it is not attached there. I don't know what are these annexes. The devil is in the details. And there might be more to that. Would you imagine, it's not only political autonomy, fiscal autonomy, economic autonomy, but as well as the transfer of law enforcement from the AFP to the local police force of the Bangsamoro. Okay? Now, so the Bangsamoro Basic Law, to me, it is a constitution in the Bangsamoro within the Philippine Constitution. And I am afraid very fearful, no. And why am I so fearful?
Yeah.
Because we already have our arm. And I'm not, criticizing, but this is public knowledge. We had numerous regional governors, cabinet secretaries, and even the regional legislative assembly.
But let me stress this. Under the framework agreement, it is so specified or so provided or so stated that this is going to replace the present autonomous region.
Yes.
So
right.
what are your thoughts on that?
Right. To me, it is somehow unconstitutional.
Hello.
Okay? Because the creation of the ARM, Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao, as well as the creation of the Cordillera Autonomous Region, that is enshrined in the Philippine Constitution. We have ratified that.
Okay.
Now, it states in one of the provisions under the framework agreement that the Bangsa Basic Moral Law, okay, once it has been promulgated and ratified, and it does not define how ratification will be. Will it be nationwide or will it be only within the constituent area of the Bangsamoro? Okay? And once it has been promulgated and ratified, the current arm will be replaced. It becomes defunct. You cannot do that. You can only change a provision in the Constitution by an amendment in 2 ways. Through a constituent assembly, where the legislative body will form itself as a constituent assembly, or through a nationwide referendum. And what is worse, I have read this framework agreement. To be a member of the Bangsamoro now is very easy. Through a mere resolution of a local government unit can now be a member of the Bangsamoro, or by a petition of a 10% of the voters, okay, qualified voters in the area. So it makes it easy for us, for anyone to be a part of the Bangsamoro. There are no mechanisms that would protect those people who does not want to be part of the Bangsamoro.
But I also read this framework agreement, and I came to know that even if this is already approved, it is supposed to be scheduled for signing before the end of the year, but this will have to go to Congress, meaning the next Congress.
Right.
So there's going to be a fine-tuning, of course.
Right.
This will undergo scrutiny, rigid scrutiny by members of the next Congress.
Right.
So I suppose whatever defects there would be, it might be remedied when this shall pass through Congress.
Well, I don't even agree with that. I don't even agree.
Okay.
Why? Because with the framework agreement that we have, this is an international document. We have the third-party representatives from Malaysia, and this framework agreement that we are already boxed in, no?
Yes.
Okay, the executive and the legislative, no matter how they would like to come up with, means and ways to protect the interests of other groups who does not want to be part of the Bangsamoro, they cannot do that anymore because we are already boxed in under the framework agreement. We have to respect the framework agreement. This is a legal document, an international document that has been signed by both the GRP and the MLF, and with the legal imprimatur of the current administration. So to me, there is nothing much that they can do. Yamarea de aton mano. The problem with this, they put the cart before the horse when they should have conducted an extensive consultation prior to coming up with this framework agreement.
Which is a basic requirement.
This is a basic requirement in a democracy. Okay? So I am fearful, what would happen to us here? Fearful so because we have seen our elected leaders in the autonomous government. We have a lot of regional governors, and not all of them, of course, that have shown how incompetent and corrupt they are. Since its establishment until now, we have seen the deterioration, okay, the absence of or the lack of development in the towns, cities, municipalities, and provinces within the arm. So, this will be the same thing, I would say. So my suggestion is, why don't we work within the current existing arm?
Okay. Before we go into that, we will have to pause for our reminders,
Okay.
and then we tackle later on after this, more substantive
Right.
issues about the Bangsamoro framework. Please don't go away. Stay with us. We will be back. Okay, we're back. Friends, we are sorry we have had some disruptions because of some people working in this building. When there are shows like this, may we appeal to the owners of this building to at least respect also, programs like we have.
Right.
They should see to it. It's only a 1 hour time. They should not, make any disturbances because this is being watched by a lot of people. And it's just too bad that we're hearing sounds from everywhere. So, no mataminan sina. Si tiyan mga programan sina, no mabastos, no maanay trabaha, you let us finish with our show before you make any interruption, okay? So, Joey, I'm sorry, no?
Yeah, that's fine. No.
Yeah, okay,
you
so-
are right.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
we're discussing the issues of the day.
makawala
Very important.
contigo,
Hindi, okay naman kita.
You seldom appear on shows like this, you came all the way from the United States and here you are,
Right.
you are sharing your thoughts to our people for some information purposes.
Somehow, no.
Then here comes, disturbances. So, okay, makairita ba?
Somehow,
I'm sorry to say that, but I'm a very frank person, si Tamire Uchene hindi amo ta conversa katyo.
Yeah, right. The lighter side of it. I am not surprised why we have this the interruption
Okay.
in this.
Yeah, I
meeting.
wish our good friend Susan will call the attention of the owners of the building not to do that.
Right.
They can do the work some other time, not during shows like this.
I will not be surprised why the owner of the building is into this kind of interruption that we
Yeah.
have. Because that is the kind of leaders that we have
Well, yeah.
in this region.
You're right.
Yeah, they always interrupt, they don't listen to us, they
Unlike in
interject.
America, people are so respectful.
They're so respectful. They
People
listen
are
to
so
us.
educated.
Right,
People
right.
are so, level-headed.
Yes.
Right.
So that's why America is so great.
Right.
Of course, we cannot replicate America here in Zamboanga,
Yeah.
but we can do better.
No
We
one.
can- more better.
Right.
Yes. So hopefully, the Amakal Tablet Contigo, that we have to exercise our right of suffrage, judiciously, and use our brains in choosing the rightful candidates, just like in Basilan as well. No.
See.
Okay.
Well, we have few minutes left.
Okay.
Allow me to, because there might be some text question.
Okay.
Okay, Chene kita mga text question. So
Okay.
I hope you
No problem.
don't mind, Joey. Pustugat tunong, no hay respeto. Okay. Tupaugat el text kwandiaton. Gracias for affirming what I have said. Thank you so much to the texter.
Right.
Chene pa, ira kita. Okay, Taki, no? Another question, Joey. Good morning, sir. Just want to say to Sir Joey, welcome home.
Thank you.
Basilan Tamenyo.
Sina, muchas gracias contigo.
Mucho ka to siyempre pan sa Lena Basilan, Joey. Kami na yun.
Yeah, it's not that, but we still have, I believe, strong followers in Basilan, the Tugong family. Muchas gracias contigo. Kenneth de Yantex.
Yeah,
Manutunto lang kita siyempre.
Sí.
Kay de ustedes, hermano, si Joey will be home. Hindi naman kita permanente yan Amerika.
Sí.
We have to serve our people noon. And Basilan is my home. And my late father, sabi man to, maski tawi-tawi,
yes.
he was buried in Terraconele Alinatabuk Cemetery.
Sí.
And that's the same thing, that's my wish also to my children, I told them that whatever it is, I will retire in Basilan and serve our people there. Yes.
Okay, let's devote the few minutes that we have. Let me ask you.
Okay.
I'll be candid with you.
Okay, no problem. No holds barred.
Any political plans?
Political plans?
Yes.
I leave it up to the God Almighty because I'm a prayerful person, a spiritual person. And as I've said earlier, I don't close my doors when it comes to politics, when it comes to public service. That has been our devotion, our commitment, the Tukong family, from my late father to my mother. So I will not resist, okay, in serving you. But it depends if they want me to serve them. If they don't want me to serve them, okay, sila silbiyo po nila, then I have no problems with that. Okay? But if they want to, then I will. I don't know whether it will be 2016. Of course, 2013, may maya, kaya kabayal filing ng candidacy. So, na-otre lang.
This will be in
2016.
2016.
Yes. Now, if the situation is good, okay, for me to come in, and if God has given me the discernment, okay, to participate in politics, and if I get a lot of supports or encouragement and inspired to serve you, then why not? Because I know that's not I am bragging or I'm not condescending. That the kind of leaders that we have in Basilan, I'll tell you, very humiliating, very embarrassing, and I don't know why you are there in the position. You are not qualified, you are so incompetent, you cannot even express yourselves, and more so, you are so corrupt. Okay? I will tell it straight to their face. You are absentee mayors, governors, you're in Zamboanga, Jolo, in Manila, and even Hong Kong. They go to Macau, they go on a political junket, having meetings with their staff in Boracay. Wala kita sinira sa klase ang sina.
In this program, we respect the views of anyone.
Right, but you're not sanctioning my views. I can express my views, right?
Of course not. Certainly, we welcome that.
Right.
In fact, we're glad
Right,
you're saying it.
right.
So here's another text message.
Right.
I think this is good for you.
Okay.
Alegre kami, Sir Joey. Uwi dito yung vision. Pati ito lang, valiente, ta pwede man voice out todo baho the politician.
Yeah, si Ken Manilan text kumigo, not only him or her, all of the TV and radio listeners that I went to, I am not afraid. I only fear, there's only one person that I fear, and that's God. And beyond God, I don't fear anyone. Just like my late father, when it comes to the people, service to the people, we are not going to give up. Okay? We will be relentless. We are pro-people. You know my father.
Yes, of course.
He is pro-people. His life has been devoted to our people. And it's not the same who I am.
I had the privilege of serving your dad.
Yes.
I was under him. He was our LTP chairman.
Right.
He appointed me Senior Regional Development Officer.
Yes.
In the local government unit of then the LTP,
Right.
or Lupong Tagapagpagalak
Right.
ng POC, or the Regional Executive Council. And then later on, he designated me to head the Tawi-Tawi Provincial Office. I am so indebted to your late father.
Right.
And I can't help but just, admire, the kind of leadership that he had shown to all of us here. His honesty, his passion, and dedication for honest and honorable public service.
Yes, and that is why we are not ashamed. In fact, we are very proud to continue the legacy of my late father. And every year, that's why we have the foundation. Now, let me tell you this, no. I will never stop from criticizing. This is not personal.
Yes.
Because I know our people are suffering in silence.
Right.
Hindi sila pwede conversa because public servants di aton, they threaten and coerce them. But your humble servant, Joey Tugong, I will not stop. I will criticize you of your performance. I am a Basileño. I am one of your constituents. If you are not doing good with your job, I will criticize you. And I know, this is public knowledge.
Sige.
You should stop what you are doing. And I don't understand why you are in that position. Debe chene kita huya.
Sí.
Bengreso ka ustedes
Sí.
cara.
Uno pa text message.
O sea,
I will let it. Thank you. Yabira to sir. De Perasan Maladon ka. Politician na Basilan. May asenso.
no hay ascenso. Very simple look. How much do you receive as a mayor or a governor? Monthly. 1 to 2 ta receive. Very simple lang kita. Okay? Probably only receive 40,000, 50,000 pesos a month, right? But chinekasa ng mga Zamboanga, na Cebu, worth millions of pesos, they buy properties left and right. You know the disparity of your income versus of what you have put up during your term is plain and simple corruption. Okay? And somehow we can tolerate corruption as long as dale tamen ustedes servicio con el ente.
Silbi lang.
Silbi tamen, silbi kita tamira bueno camino, bueno el pasi orden di aton.
Cosa man el pondo tadala national government, usa.
Yes.
Usa.
Yes, nasabi gani kita, el IRA mismo.
Correct.
No hay paligan IRA, yung ande
Esa
sila
naman
bende.
kita necesita ba, Joey?
Amo ya gani, and that is what we are in public service.
Si.
Okay? Tapi di kita nete, bota ka naton, elekta ko naton, so para pwede kami silbi con ustedes. And look here, they are, talya na posisyon, and then, tarubal sa del gobierno. That is why I told you, I am not surprised because tabende tamen ustedes el voto de ustedes. Okay? It's a question, ¿quién el una? ¿El manok o el huevos? ¿O el huevos o el manok? To me, it's the huevos.
Correct.
Okay?
Another text message.
Okay.
You know, the text messages we are receiving here is, you know, puro mga bueno, ha? Mga comment contigo. Welcome home.
Thank you.
Honorable Joey Tugong from Begang Barangay, especially from Ajon's family.
Ahon family.
Sorry, Ahon family.
Yes, I
so
know.
you know this family?
Yes, of course. They are our political supporters.
Good,
And quiero hablar con ustedes that no hay yo perde. El diamond corazón por eso taquio tabolbe cada año. But eventually, I will be with you permanently. Espidya lang kita na Diyos. Because agad el di suyo plano para kumigo. Because everything we leave it to God. But I will guarantee you that if I will be back in the realm of politics, we will give you good governance, honest government, where there is full transparency and accountability, where you're not going to have an absentee mayor, where you're going a local official, where you're going to have a government that is not corrupt and uncorruptible. I'm following the principles and values of my late father.
Right. The guarantee of honest, dedicated public service.
Yes, that is what we need. Improve people, not oppressing our people,
Right.
exploiting them, using them for their own personal interest and motive. And they think as if this position, they have a vested interest in
Sí,
that.
sí.
As if el gobierno, banco di ila.
No, can ba inheritance?
No inheritance, oo.
Uno pa text message.
Right, go ahead.
Mga sir, pakilayaman si kay el gobierno aquí, no hay lastima ng mga ente di Zamboanga. Local situation ito.
Well, hindi lang siya na syudad de Zamboanga.
Si.
Our elected leaders, they are very insensitive. You know what is insensitive? No hay corazon, hindi tasinti. Cosa tasinti ang mga gente. They are callous, that's the right word. Greso cara. And yet they're out there showing their faces. Sina man kere pa kore ole to seek other position where they have done nothing for this place. You can argue with me, whoever you are.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, you have done nothing that is worth, that would alleviate the plight of our people. The road itself, the airport itself, there's nothing.
Yeah.
So hopefully, kita todo, usa kita the aton right of suffrage judiciously. We will not allow them to buy our votes. Si dali sila sen, saka lang kita sen, because sen man na sila gobierno.
Si.
And then, elect the rightful leader. If we will allow ourselves to be bought, then I'll tell you, you deserve a government that you have elected. And again, for the next 3 years, ay supriya tamen kita.
Si.
Okay? Ara, taligat sila, tamira-mira kita po nila. Once electaya, we can hardly see them nung no pwede kita. Enta kita na opisina, it will take us 1 day or 2 days just to make an
You
appointment
know what,
with
I
them.
am surprised with all this, you know, comments, ito.
Right.
All the while I thought because you're in the United States, you are not very, very familiar of what's happening around. But you know, to my surprise, you even know more, a lot than anyone of us who are here.
Well, si dali pa to kumigo additional hour, mga bagondila ay salese.
No may lang.
But I'm not going to do that. Manana kita ko nila
Let's
como...
not go personal.
Yeah, no.
Issues lang.
Yeah, yes. Of course, I'm not going personal.
Si.
Tablagani iyo, hindi kita ignorante. Maski kita
Si.
talya na Amerika, as I've told you, because of my heart, been concerned gatyo ko ng mga gente di aton. Interesaw gatyo sabi ko sa tapasan na basilan. Antes ito durmita, resayo ko ng mga gente del basilan, ng mga vivientes.
Si.
Taresayo si pwede bagatyo dale oportunidad volve para pwede taminyo ayuda con ustedes.
Si.
So sabi todo se cosa tapasan na basilan, not only basilan, but even in Zamboanga. Okay, so hopefully todo kita, uni kita, because what we want is just good governance and elected
Honest public servant.
honest public servant that are competent and that is pro people.
See.
Because if you are ladron, you are corrupt, you are not for people.
See, and once we are given the opportunity, for example, we aspire for a certain political position, we get elected with the help and support of our people, let us return back that favor to them, serving them honestly, faithfully, to the best that we could.
Yeah, that
To
is
the best of that.
yeah, that is the definition of
See,
a public servant.
see,
That's the
correct.
truest definition of a public servant.
Right.
But on the other end, otro ko natin ki. Kaya sila mga public servant para el mga gente, kada servant, silbi kanila.
Well, I hope that's gonna change already.
Ay, hopefully,
I
in
hope that's gonna
2030.
change. With programs like this and other shows,
Right.
People get to know the situation, people start realizing,
Right.
with articulate guests like you, telling our people, making them understand, hopefully, el mga bibiyentes di aton pensa,
Right.
and pensa in bonamente.
Yes. I still have hope in you. I still have trust and faith in our people. That you somehow, someday, and hopefully not too late, especially in 2013, that they're going to, rationalize things and choose the rightful leader. Because we need leaders that can, come up with a good vision that is pro-people, that would serve us well without being engaged in corruption, being incompetent, etc., etc. Taresay con ustedes imbunamente para tiene kita paz y orden aquí na syudad de aton de Zamboanga y también na Basilan. We will not be surprised why we have migrants na sali sila ki.
Si.
We will not be surprised if they go to other places. Why? Because the peace and order in this region, in Zamboanga City, is very poor.
It's deteriorating.
Is deteriorating. How could you have tourism? How could you become productive? How could you stimulate the economy? How could we have generate job employment if there is no peace and order? Okay? To me, I don't understand why we don't have this. No, we should not aspire for a position if we cannot deliver what is expected of us. One, peace and order. Number two, good infrastructure. Three, delivery of basic services. And for making our people welcome, being loved, being in their side. So if we don't have those kind of leaders in 2013, please,